But back on this cereal thing, dude. The one cereal that me off every time is cornflakes. And also, I don't understand Rice Krispies because it's the same fucking thing and they don't taste like anything but the word soggy. I'm more of a cattle man myself.
Oh, come to Texas. We have that.
It's just hard to bring them. They don't like change is all.
Oh, Robert De Niro. That's who the face reminds me of.
Oh yeah, I can see it. He's got the De Niro smirk.
Yeah. Yeah. That's surprising. If y'all don't know Lotso Hugs from the Toy Story 3 epic saga, it looks a lot like Robert De Niro. Go Google a picture.
Everyone who's a music fan should go listen to the album Nurture by Porter Robinson. It is genre transcending. He's a traditionally EDM artist, but there's a lot of just piano, violin, wind instruments. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is this beautiful narrative of this complex and dense emotional journey. It's both entirely depressing and full of despair, but it's also hopeful and happy and like just full of melancholy. It's just amazing. And everyone should go listen to it start to finish.
Okay. And we got a clap for Jake. Clap, clap. Welcome back. Part 2 of the Jake three-peat. I don't know how many multiplies of Jake that works out to, but is this his third appearance, part 2?
This is his... That sounds right. Yeah, third appearance, part 2, exactly. We're splitting it
up
into
fourth appearance, part 2.
Fourth appearance. I think so.
Fourth appearance total.
Maybe. Nah, because
he's
we had
feeling
way
5.
back when there was 2 at Zane's place. And then there was the one before, online. And then
when everyone clamored for your return. Right.
Of course, naturally.
Big transition in my podcast skills between the first 2 and that last one.
Big transition
absolutely, dude.
In your podcast fashion between last one and this one. The hat makes it.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you're just hanging out around the house working from home and you need something to spice up your life. So you're like, I see a bucket hat. Let me throw that on.
And to keep the sun out of your eyes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I got the window right there. Terrible glare. Except the brim's kind of like small. It's not even really effective for that. It's more of a fashion over function bucket hat.
Absolutely, dude. But you know what? That fashion is its function.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You get me.
It works. That thing works on you, dude, and you're rocking it.
It just really brings out the jawline, the curls that are just coming out of it. Yeah.
You got the whole geometry going for you.
Mm-hmm. As a math major, that is.
The beards help. If you superimposed my face on Steve's face on mine, you'd have the same hair profile as Jake does.
I'm
your child.
Oh my god!
Yes, finally, Steve and I have gotten to bang.
I should have known, dude. It was right in front of my eyes this whole time.
He's the one that gave birth.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely have better birthing hips than Zane, and I'm proud of him. So
nice.
Yeah. And have you seen the way they move? They do not lie.
They never
I feel
lie.
like Steve would
fruit.
Be a more nurturer.
Not like Steve's fruit, which is high hanging given his height.
Oh yeah.
It's actually still low. That's how hanging the fruit is.
Yeah, when I gave birth to Jake, I remember. Now that you bring it up, I completely remember giving birth. It was like an elephant, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I was just walking around and you just fell right out and you got to walking. It was amazing.
Bucket hat on already.
This actually doesn't come off. This is part of my hair. It's what they call a cowlick, I think, is what it refers to.
Yeah, I don't have any, so I'm going to have to take your word for it.
I've licked a cow once or twice. What about it?
Apparently it does this to your head.
I must not have gotten infected with whatever you got.
Yeah, true. Unfortunately.
Well, where'd you lick?
That's the problem. Wasn't a deep enough lick.
Exactly. Not wet and slobbery enough.
I just did little.
Okay, boys. So we've reconvened today. One, to just, chill with the fellas army. Give everyone a nice little Monday afternoon, Monday morning treat. Maybe on their way to work. Maybe as they're going to bed, snuggling a loved one. But the other reason we all came together is to complete this alignment chart of Disney Pixar characters.
Should we make them wait before we do that? And for the sake of those going to bed wanting a chill podcast, just do a little bit of catch up and chat first?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Please, wax.
Psych, friends.
You're going to have
Just
to
that's
wait
a plot
longer.
twist.
Dude, this is how
like
we...
a New
Go for
That's
it.
a New York Times best-selling plot twist right there. Adam set up, ready to hop in and just completely change directions.
Dude, what we're doing is we're playing the algorithm. We know what the people came here for. We know what's in the title of this video, and we're going to make them wait all the way till the end. Maybe till next video.
What's in the title of this video?
Oh, I
You don't know
assume it
yet?
would have something to do with alignment chart part 2, but maybe we'll be creative.
Well, that is what we're trying to do here, being creators and all.
Right. Artists, I would say.
Oh, without a doubt. Artiste. Like, you guys deserve that special pronunciation, too.
Oh, thank you.
But we spell it without the E or the accent mark. It's just spelled artist.
It's just
pronounced
spelled artist.
artiste.
But those in the know.
Context clue. It's the context clue of you guys plus the word, must be pronounced artiste.
Must be
Real people know.
artiste. Yeah, exactly.
No other way to think about it.
Yeah. And those who I deem worthy are the ones who will call me an artiste. Those who call me an artist, I understand that they're fans and I appreciate them for that, but they'll never truly have my respect as human beings.
Oh, question. Speaking about fans, did Hamza make 15 YouTube accounts, or are we actually up to 25 subscribers?
No way, dude. We're killing the game.
I'm serious. I'm
Quarter
dead
of
serious.
100.
I didn't even look at who it is, but I was like, I've still been saying 13 friends listen to it. Who are these other 12?
Yeah, you haven't been checking, dude. Yeah, if you're subscribed to this podcast, even if you listen on Spotify, because I think that's where we get most of our listens. But I guess, if we have those many YouTube subscribers, yeah, leave a comment on this one if you're still listening. I kind of want to know who's out there. Get a running tally.
And if you do, at some point we're going to be doing a lot more fan engagement. At the rate this is growing, it might be the year 2213. But once we have a good enough user base to continually have, things to draw from, we'll be engaging and we're going to remember our date. 612s or whatever the hell in we are.
Wait, you said...
All I'm
go
throwing
for
out
it.
there right now is whoever comments their favorite cereals on this YouTube video, if I like it, I'm going to pick a random winner with the best cereal and send them a sticker in the mail. So, instant giveaway right there. Get the engagement up.
Dude, that's awesome. That's such a good idea.
Yay, it started. I just finished a bowl of Captain Crunch. Do you approve?
Is that your favorite cereal?
No.
We can't give them any spoilers right now. We'll talk about this next time I'm on. Because, otherwise they're going to listen to it and it's going to shade what they comment into a different direction.
No, fair. That's a good point. And sorry, Steve, what
happens if we get thousands of comments and no one gets the right cereal?
Well, it's not even the right cereal. It's like, okay, I'm probably going to narrow down the best couple cereals and then pick, like if someone puts Raisin Bran, I'm just not going to put them in the pool of best cereals to choose from. It's just not going to happen. So it's a little bit random and a little bit favoritism.
I was going to say, it'll fade to just what you're feeling, snap judgment, subjective call. Probably, I bet, to the point where some people submit the same cereal and they get different responses.
And honestly, whatever
depending on how they
cereal,
said it.
whatever cereal Hamza submits is definitely not it. That's for sure.
Even if it's your favorite?
Yeah, I would have to change it instantly on the spot.
It would ruin it for me.
And you're going to have to ask all of the fans who received a sticker for that cereal up to that point to send the stickers back to you because it's now a wrong cereal.
Yes, but just to be clear, there's only one sticker going out. I'm not made stickers here, people.
It's just the first person who gets the right answer. You need to pick one right answer then.
Well, it's not even a right answer. There's just a mix. So I'm going to take the pool of comments, and if
The
you have
first
a good cereal,
person.
I'll put you in the random selection, and then
okay. I thought you're just going to be like the first person who's like, oh yeah, no, that's a pretty good cereal. It's going to get the sticker, and everyone else can fuck themselves. Nah, he was quick and shredded mini wheat are okay.
Since I'm not the judge of this competition, I will say Cinnamon Toast Crunch, top tier cereal of all time.
That is one I go with often, but again, no spoilers. We can't give any hints to the people, all right?
Dude, I'm going to be honest. Cinnamon Toast Crunch never hits wrong. But I bought this box of Captain Crunch at the store, and it's probably the first time in about a year and a half that I've bought any cereal. So that probably gives me my answer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I walked all the way up and then back saying, I'm going to buy one box of cereal because this exam is stressing me out and I want to have some cereal again. And that was the box I left with. So I guess I'm a Captain Crunch guy.
So the exam, what
Sorry,
exam you got coming up?
Oh,
What
it
exam
was
you got coming up?
the one I had a week and a half ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm an asshole then. Sorry.
No worries. I passed. It's good. Forget about it.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Way to go, buddy.
Now,
But back on this cereal thing, dude. The one cereal that pisses me off every time is cornflakes. And also, I don't understand Rice Krispies because it's the same fucking thing and they don't taste like anything but the word soggy. And people love them because they got like this mascot and they make noise. Get out of here with that weak cereal shit, dude. I can't stand them.
you're going to step
Rice
to Count
Krispies are
Chocula
trash.
with that B game.
Okay, Count
Yeah.
Chocula's not even that great.
You're
What,
right,
you're like
but it's
throwing
a-
that out as a top tier.
It's got chocolate and marshmallow. What the fuck do Snap, Crackle, and the other one bring to the
Nothing.
table?
And another
Krispies
cereal
are
that
trash.
pisses me off
What
on
grinds your gears?
another end is Cookie Crisp. It's not good. Like they
No.
sell it like you're eating a bowl of cookies. But if those are cookies, they're the worst cookies I've ever had in my entire life. And they're too big. You can fit maybe one Cookie Crisp on a spoon at a time, maybe two, and
it's
then you have to chew them awkwardly.
And
It's not a
even
good
big
cereal.
Cookie Crisp. It is not maximized. It's not even like you get a spoonful of one big thing. It's like
Yeah.
the least percentage of a spoonful you could have without
Yeah.
fitting another piece on. Terrible.
It's a
ratio.
bad-sized cereal.
I will
It
Flat
say-
out.
just tastes bad.
Shredded mini wheat might be a lame flavor, but that's
Frosted.
probably the cereal. Frosted mini wheat. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to buy the dry ones. Like, I'm getting the ones with the fucking sugar coating. But they're also
Implied,
like
Jake.
a lot of wheat and shit, and they market it as one of the healthier ones. So that's probably, I mean, the knockoff version of it is probably the cereal I've eaten the most of in my life.
Frosted Mini Wheat's fire, dude.
I have
Absolutely.
ruined my
yeah.
headphones for
All
a
right.
second.
One that gets slept on a lot,
I
Life
have fixed
cereal.
my headphones.
It's
What's
absolutely
up?
amazing.
Hmm.
Wait, what's
Cereal
it?
that gets slept on a lot, Life cereal.
Ooh, they're not bad. They do the job. I'm not upset when I eat them, but I wouldn't choose them above many.
They
Is-
are a milkless cereal. You could eat Life
Correct.
without milk.
Hold on, I
Happily
gotta
out of the
Google
bag.
Life cereal.
Yep.
I am completely forgetting what Life cereal is.
Cinnamon Life. That's
It's
the
like
one.
corn checks, but way better. Like it looks like corn checks, basically.
Oh yeah, it looks like Chex Mix. Okay, right. Yeah, pretty good. You don't get sick of it.
It's just good. It's like crack
Yeah.
cocaine.
You
That's
know which
pretty
one
solid.
I loved the chocolate special K, dude. Chocolate special K was like kind of fire, and the thing is the chocolate was so much denser than the cereal. So at the end of the bowl,
Oh,
at
you
the
got a
end
bunch
the
of
bowl,
those little
you-
half logs of chocolate?
Exactly. You inevitably just had like a big pile of chocolate at the bottom of your milk. It was
It's funny
great.
how cereal is apparently the great equalizer of our childhoods.
Hmm.
It is. Here's
Yeah.
a great deep cut for cereal. Corn Pops, but not in the big boxes. Only in the small boxes you would get, like when you went camping or something, where you would rip open the cardboard and open the tinfoil, pour a little milk in. Those Corn
Yeah.
Pops hit differently.
Oh, continental
Yeah.
breakfast at a cheap motel corn pops.
Yeah, basic. Same thing. I mean, I did when I was camping, like in the woods, like a explorer, a man of the
Exactly.
wilderness, of the wild.
Yeah, dude. Pocket-sized cereal.
Like-
That's innovation.
Level 5 ranger.
Yeah. I think that at some point in my life I grew out of fruity cereals too.
Yeah.
I think at this point I don't really need a Trix. I don't really need a Fruity Pebble.
Okay.
The other ones are good,
What
but
about
yeah,
This is Captain Crunch with rainbow
Cocoa
balls.
Pebbles?
Cocoa Pebbles. I didn't grow up on Pebbles, man. Or like it wasn't my thing growing up. They're fine. I'll eat them.
Cap'n Crunch. Cap'n Crunch is elite though, especially with
Yes.
the peanut
Oh,
butter
yeah.
one.
Captain Crunch
Big
is
fan of
S
that
tier,
one.
and the peanut butter is excellent. Only reason I didn't get that is because it's more of a specialty cereal flavor, and I was like, let's throw it back to the childhood classic.
Hell yeah.
You would say peanut butter is more special than Rainbow Ball? I feel like
Rainbow Ball's
Ball
their
is
OG.
just like-
Indeterminate fruit pretend.
The Crunch Berry, whatever one.
Yeah.
The Captain Berry.
This isn't like entirely.
Well,
it's not entirely Crunch Berries, which they do sell, and is basically Fruity Pebbles, but bigger pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
It's the standard. A sprinkling of rainbow fruity balls.
Yeah, exactly. They can be diluted through normal corn syrup flavored cereal. That's fine. But
that good
when
shit.
it's just fruit,
not
as good.
Like
another
fruit salad,
one,
not yummy.
Yeah,
facts.
Not as cereal. Yeah, I would say
what?
So. Fruit salad on its own, sign me up.
Yummy.
Yeah, exactly. Yummy. The Wiggles said it best.
Pop quiz for you, Zane, over there.
Yeah.
What is the Cap'n Crunch slogan?
Crunchitize me capping.
Is it Crunchitize or Crunchify?
Crunchitize easily with a T,
buddy. You just quizzed me and got smackdowned on it.
I was curious. It was a quiz where I didn't know the answer. It was like a research question more than a quiz.
I think that just makes it. I think that just makes it a question.
No, you gotta qualify with something.
No, because he was gonna make you feel like an idiot if you were wrong, so it was a quiz.
Yeah, to make it a competition.
Times. Best plot twist right there.
Honey Bunches of Oats gets a pass, largely for the granola.
Yeah. That's a pass for sure.
Honeycombs.
Haven't had that in maybe a decade.
Last time I had honeycombs.
As a kid. That's why they taste like nostalgia, like the pure innocence of childhood.
The only taste I know is nostalgia. I forget the rest of it. Corn syrup and sweet?
Crunchy,
but extra,
a little honey.
Yeah,
honey.
Like a Honey Nut Cheerio, but candified.
Honey Nut Cheerios suck.
I love
Honey Nut Cheerio, fun fact. I was allergic to tree nuts growing up, including almonds, right? But I could eat Honey Nut Cheerios because the almond in them wasn't like natural enough to have the same proteins an almond has.
Let's go.
So I was not allergic to it.
Good guy, Honey Nut Cheerios.
It's got big Subway energy with their confectionery breads.
Okay. Also, we kind of touched on this before with the Count Chocula, but how do we feel about Lucky Charms?
They're magically delicious.
Mm-hmm. I don't like marshmallows. I'm weird like that, so I didn't want them in my cereal because I just didn't really enjoy them.
I'll be honest, I think cereal marshmallows are better than regular ones, unless it's cooked over a fire.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, that's true. I would say no, but I feel like cereal marshmallows are not nearly as good when they're dry. I feel like they got to be a little moist.
Oh, yeah. It's dehydrated ass marshmallow, yeah.
Yeah.
Been rehydrated with milk.
Exactly.
Milk drated.
Yeah,
dude,
suck water out, put milk in, it's going to taste better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love cooking marshmallows. I hate them. So I love toasting a nice s'more. I'm really good at getting it golden brown all the way around. Have no desire to eat it after. So I'm like looking for people around the campfire like, you want some marshmallow?
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, you just make a s'more for somebody? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so like come camping with me and you get golden s'mores at all times. Just you don't even have to put any effort into it. Pretty nice, right?
I bet you're a generous lover.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, the analogy I was going to draw was that's like offering to tie someone else's shoe. Yours is better.
Yeah, same kind of thing. Did you guys like grow up with like sugary cereals? Because for me, that was a rare occasion.
I mean, it wasn't like we regularly stocked the house with them, but we would semi-regularly get them. It was like probably 1 to 4 boxes of crap cereal to like rate decent cereal, like your Cheerios, your shredded mini wheats. Big cereal household though. I just ate generally not like the straight up confection ones.
Yeah.
A lot of healthy cereal. My dad is a Cap'n Crunch fiend, so like we used to get that growing up as like a treat. He'd cave in by himself some Cap'n Crunch.
Sounds like I'm in the running for a sticker.
The loophole was we would just have corn checks with sliced bananas and then spoonfuls of sugar in the milk for some reason. That was like the way my dad taught us to make our bowl of cereal in the morning.
Dude, one of the
it's an art, okay?
Yeah. In our teeth,
ratio
probably.
of banana to crunchy pieces of Chex. If you get too much banana, it's just soppy and mushy. Too little, and then the Chex are just kind of dry and don't have enough of the flavor. It's an art,
dude. I remember when I was in like preschool. So I was also maybe this runs counter to what I said, but I think me and my brother were annoying enough to my mom where we convinced her to buy enough Captain Crunch boxes so that we could mail in whatever the heck it was.
Box tops.
And get the Captain Crunch video game. And we got it, and we played the shit out of it, dude. And every once in a while, I'll go on YouTube and watch like a Let's Play of it, and it's so nostalgic.
Is it you who told me that there's one man out there buying up every copy of the Burger King video game?
Oh, yeah. Sneak King.
He's got thousands of copies already, but I think there was like a million made, so...
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the Hamburglar has like a new name. He's calling himself the Sneak King.
It's literally a stealth game.
Yeah, you're just like, you play the Burger King it's a stealth game.
Really? The game is Sneak King. Okay, I thought you meant the guy buying it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the game is Sneak King. So even closer to McDonald's.
Yes. That's honestly, is it like good? Is it, I don't know, like Assassin's Creed style?
You better get out there and play it before you lose the chance.
Yeah, seriously.
This man's trying to pull a Hunter fucking whatever Greed Island here.
Greed Island.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap them all up.
I'm currently far too addicted to Elden Ring to play anything else right now.
Oh, so it's that good, huh?
Honestly, my mental processing power is about 80% consumed with it throughout the day at work, where I'm thinking like, okay, which, new sword. So you want to do a Gish, like a classic sword and spell kind of guy, because spells are cool, but swords and melee is like the most fun interactive part of combat. So you're not just sitting back. So I did like the mathematical Excel sheet to figure out like which class was the best starting and like how many points I needed to level it up. So I went.
Have I ever told you you're such a fucking Chad?
I'm way more of a Brad, bro. Actually, I'm just the Sigma male. I'm just out here for the grind set.
I've heard entertaining stories about a Brad recently, but I don't know if they're podcast stories.
Okay. We'll let you stew on that.
Yeah.
If you decide to at any point.
I will say that I think using this individual as an intermediary, I'm now 2 degrees of separation from Rogan, to call back a previous episode.
Oh, wow.
Worth it.
Austin's pretty
Hell
cool.
Yeah. This Brad guy.
Was that the Alt Olympics episode?
Huh?
Was that the Alt Olympics episode that
Probably.
you guys were talking about that?
That sounds like a recent
that
one.
Frustrated me. I had to stop listening to it because I was listening to it and I just like kept wanting to have input onto what you guys were saying. It's just a good topic. And I was just like, and then you guys weren't responding to what I was saying for some reason. Probably was recording.
Next time
I gave up halfway through.
Well, right now you could go ahead and weigh in if you have something to say.
That was like 3 days ago, if not 4.
Oh, yeah.
So
I remember that.
Factoring like the compound interest in the negative direction from Days of Elden Ring time, that's all been deleted.
Yeah, I've honestly just been deciding if it's worth trying to spend 15 levels to increase my faith to a score of 24 so I can wield the Sword of Night and Flame.
Yeah,
probably not.
As a result,
a lot of levels.
Yeah, as a result, you can't remember how to describe outside of the box games. Yeah, exactly. Really anything, including alternate Olympics.
I tied my shoes to each other and then just left them like that for the whole day. I couldn't figure it out.
I was hoping I would get handsome Squidward.
Night and Flame would handle this.
Yeah.
Flame better than Night.
I hit my face on the ground so many times from tripping and falling that I hoped if I pressed through, I would get the handsome Squidward level of just beat up face.
Yeah, right. How'd that go?
Look at him. It worked.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. You are my son after all.
Yes. For all the ladies listening to this podcast, you can find me on Farmers Only. Just keep swiping. You'll find me at some point.
What kind of farmer are you?
Mr. Farm. Well, I am in Massachusetts, so I grow some cannabis. If that's podcast.
Hey.
It's very legal.
How about that?
It's very legal.
How about that?
Careful, we're on the airways from Texas. They might come and visit you.
I'm more of a cattle man myself.
Oh, come to Texas. We have that.
It's just hard to bring them. They don't like change is all.
Yeah, especially not going downstairs, like elevation change.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really rude to talk about your roommate like that.
I live on top of a hill in a really small spot. The cattle are just cramped in there and we can't go anywhere.
Plus, they can go up the stairs, but they can't go down, and there's only stairs up to his house.
Yeah, exactly.
The hill is just stairs, a circle of stairs, like an amphitheater, basically, but inside out.
The cattle are permanent in his home.
Yeah.
Told you should have built a separate barn.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting around to it. It's tough in the winter to build another barn, but this summer, oh boy, you ain't seen nothing yet, dude.
It's a good thing you recently converted to Amishism. You can have a good old-fashioned barn raising with the whole community.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I were Amish, dude, I could put that bitch up myself. Easy. Those guys
That's just one of their superpowers.
Yeah,
That's one of their superpowers, dude. Barn building.
I learned a lot about Amish people lately from an excellent Time Suck podcast. Time Suck being the name of the whole show and the episode being on the Amish. If y'all haven't checked it out yet, Steve, I know I've recommended it to you, but I know you don't follow through on that, so I don't believe you. What'd you listen to?
It was the one about was it the Alamo? It was the one you sent me, or was it?
Oh, word.
No, Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers.
Word. Good. Yay. Jake, you should check it out. Podcast called Time Suck. Super fun. Dives into a whole bunch of different topics. Dan Cummins, comedian, so it's very entertaining. He's got a very high energy level and makes up and brings back characters throughout. So there's kind of built a little, I don't know, Time Suck universe with all of the stupid made up shit he refers to that has built over time, but you don't need to know it to enjoy it. And he also posts all of the links to the show notes and shit. So, you're learning, he did the actual research on it and has a team now of people that help. So you also kind of learn things because they go pretty fucking deep on it. A lot of cults, a lot of serial killers, but also QAnon and Antifa was one I just listened to. A bunch of historical figures like Wild West outlaws, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, just a whole bunch of really interesting things and then delivered in an entertaining way. Check it out.
Okay. Could be a good slow day at work podcast. And speaking of podcast, actually, you are a podcast, and I feel like there are things you can try and learn and emulate from successful podcasts. Mm-hmm. So there's a podcast I listen to called Smartless. It's Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Sean Hayes. It's great. They have a celebrity guest on, but they do this little thing, the kind of bit that they do that I think you guys might want to bring into your podcast, where at the end of every episode, the guest pretends to leave and says goodbye, and then they just say nice things about them for a little bit while they're on, still on the call, so they can hear them. So maybe at the end of today's podcast, you guys just spend 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes just saying nice things about me, back and forth, and I'll just listen to them.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
we can unshit talk you.
Maybe.
Yeah. This is an out of call, this is an internal decision that needs to be made, you know what I mean?
Well, once he pretends to get off the call, we can make that decision. If you guys
start it next week when I'm not on it and you do it for someone else first, I will cry.
Oh, good thing we're bi-weekly then. It won't be next week.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Game, set, match, bitch.
Let's align these bitches.
Almost. I want to keep edging you.
Oh,
Sigma male grind set for sure. I edge for 24 hours at a time.
Grinding till we leave blue jean print on the wall.
Hell yeah.
That's a throwback you should recognize, Jake. Steve, it looks like
I remember.
Computer. I can't Google this.
Okay. That's a college throwback. That's an inside one.
I don't know if Jake was around when that happened. Yeah,
Was that post spring 2016?
Nah, you can deliver the story, Steve.
That definitely would have been fall 2015 or spring 2016. It was that year.
I was not in fall 15. And if this was our friend the Flying Dutchman, then
it definitely was.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to explain it. Or no, I guess we could. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
Party. Yeah, it was.
We've talked about more embarrassing shit about ourselves.
That's true.
Well, yeah, about yourselves because it's you.
This could be anonymous.
So it was it was at a college party, and one of our fraternity brothers was dancing with a young woman. And as he danced, he was up against the wall. She was up against him. And over over the course of the night, like a glacier, they slowly moved all the way down this wall. But it's fine, whatever. No one really notices anything about it. The lights are off, the music's loud, no one's paying attention. Eventually, end of the night comes, people are filing out, whatever. We turn on the lights, and it's very clear that his jeans have made a blue streak that went all the way down the length of this wall.
My boy Friction burned the blue dye out of his pants and into the paint.
Well, there's some serious swass in there too, just to add moisture to really get the dye.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was that Grundle grind. Anyway, so the reason that I wanted us to be all prompt and good about starting tonight, not that we were any better than normal,
right?
It's because I was on 5 minutes early.
You did well. I joined exactly at time, but then was a little slow in starting, and Steve had tech difficulties as anticipated.
As per usual.
So I wasn't the most lastest-ish.
You were not.
Anyway, the reason why is because I have by tomorrow, surprisingly larger than normal amount of work, because today and tomorrow I've been taking part in the American Medical Association Medical Student Advocacy Conference, which is a whole bunch of training about advocacy and pushing policies forward and speaking and meeting with legal or representatives for this state and national level. And somehow I accidentally volunteered myself to be one of 3 medical students tomorrow delivering an explanation of 3 bills that are in the Senate right now to Ted Cruz's office and explaining to them why they need to back them and support them. And I feel like I should go into that not blind. So I will be studying and preparing after we hang up. But interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
They don't know I'm not a Texas resident.
Yeah, the out-of-towner, the foreigner coming to change their government, dude. Trump coming to take it over.
Also, I'm pretty sure I have no interest in public policy work, so I'm not sure how I got involved in the student org on the Dell side, was the only Dell student to attend this conference, and somehow among all of the medical students in Texas who are attending this conference, ended up being one of 3 to present tomorrow for the senator.
Are you going to make any Zodiac killer jokes?
Probably not until after I finish my part. Maybe in the middle of when one of the other 3 students are talking.
Sneak it in.
Oh, Jake.
Yes, Jake, hand up.
So I have a question and a request. If you do, well, you will talk to Ted Cruz. Can you please bring up all the terrible fouls he committed in his charity 1v1 with Jimmy Kimmel? It was atrocious. He was hacking them left and right, and the refs didn't call anything. And he should have lost. Just please bring that up for me.
Well,
someone needs to tell him.
All-day virtual conference today was covering things that we're not supposed to bring up during meetings with these representatives, and it includes everything that isn't the policy that we're talking about.
They listed out Jimmy Kimmel one-on-one basketball game. I find that hard.
Was that
no, but as a programmer, you should understand the binary opposite negative relationship of everything but, and then you can just say the one thing.
So here's the trick. You got to relate it to policy.
The set of all things, not policy.
Yeah.
What's the policy? We got this. What is
I am assigned on a telehealth policy. So during the national health emergency that was declared for COVID, there are a couple of Medicare restrictions on telemedicine. And one of those is that it's restricted for Medicare coverage to rural populations. So there's, measurements and tables and charts and whatever else that has determined what counties and areas of the U.S. are rural. And those are the only ones outside of a national health emergency that are able to use Medicare to pay for telehealth. And on top of that, it needs to start from an approved place of origin or originality or something like that, which means that they need to go to a healthcare clinic to do the telehealth visit, which doesn't really help anyone, does it? So during the national emergency that was declared, a lot of those things were suspended, both of those, which are the key parts of what I'm talking about tomorrow. And we're pushing for Senator Cruz's office to support, hopefully even co-sponsor, 3 separate bills that are being pushed through the House and Senate concurrently. I'll memorize which numbers those are tomorrow or later tonight, but one of them...
42069.
That's it.
One of them would remove the rural requirement and also allow the patient's home to be a place of origin or whatever that is. Another would remove the requirement for the rural part. I think it would it would also include patient homes, or it would remove that entirely rather. And it would also give the Department of Health and Human Services the ability to establish new places of origin, whatever the term is. Mm-hmm. And it does one other thing. I got to check. And then there's also a telemental health bill, because right now there's a law that if you get telemedicine services for mental health, that within 6 months, you need to follow up with a provider in person. And that doesn't really reflect the way the world works in a post-pandemic world. And the way that telemedicine has evolved to kind of fill a lot of roles in healthcare. And it's a huge thing for accessibility and the fact that, poor people who have Medicare or people that are on Medicare in cities don't get to use that service anymore. It's kind of shitty, and it just limits a lot of access and potential care opportunities, and it's going to drive up costs. It's like, this should be a clear decision, but we'll see how much they take to it.
Okay, perfect. And here's a segue into talking about the Jimmy Kimmel basketball. First, It's telebroadcasted. Easy tie-in right there. Second, you're talking about not having to do things in one spot. We don't need to be in the office. We can be just as effective in other areas. No matter what basketball court he was on, those were all fouls. It was a terrible play. It does not matter where, it's the same effect. Third, he doesn't need to go play basketball against Jimmy Kimmel again in 6 months or talk to the refs again in 6 months. They are still fouls, and it was still terrible. And see, that should be your presentation.
Mine was a lot simpler, and it kind of clicked for me early, and it was just, are you going to keep fucking your urban populations like you fucked Jimmy Kimmel in that basketball game, Senator Cruz?
And that's a much better way to deliver it. It's a good thing this podcast is going up after I talk tomorrow.
Right, yeah. So they won't hear that. They won't have the speech spoiled for them when you use both of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I haven't seen the charity basketball game. I don't know if I'm going to finish my other prep in time to watch that too. So
that's all you have to watch to prep. On it. You don't have to prep anything else. The video of the basketball game is the prep. I hope you realize this.
Everything. It is everything. Yeah. The hopes of a nation are riding on your shoulders, Zane.
If you can hit them with a sick enough burn, you don't need to talk policy. People get bored by policy.
I'm pretty sure, I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure that we're meeting with like one of his staffers, not him. It's from Senator Cruz's office. Okay. So I don't know that they'd pass that on, especially verbatim.
Ooh.
All right. First off, you're saying I'm not saying shit unless Cruz is in the room, okay? I'm not saying anything.
I ain't talking.
I'm saying fucking cook.
I don't negotiate with staffers.
Yeah, I don't know you.
Sorry,
I know Cruz.
No.
You're not on the list. You're not on the list.
No.
You ain't Cruz. I ain't cruising with you.
I don't know what Cruz does in terms of policy and taking direct stances on it, but I'm pretty sure that the staffers are the ones who at least decide gatekeeping what gets to him, and they're probably going to be legislators in the future if they choose that route. So like, all respect on them. Hopefully they listen. I also think that they're probably much younger than he is, which makes them a little bit more aware of maybe the importance of everything being digitalized and distancized. So hopefully they're more receptive.
Maybe.
So you're meeting with them with a real perfect pitch, super in the details what you were just
talking about.
And
they just invite me to talk to him himself.
Exactly. Okay. And then because you've already given the pitch, you have way more time to focus on the burns about the basketball match.
It's an option. It's a strategy.
No way. I watch Succession, dude. You don't talk to representatives, man. You don't do that. You send your own staffers then. You send your staffers to talk to his staffers.
Buddy, I haven't finished 1 year of medical school. I am the staffer to anyone on my side. Like, I am the bottom bitch for sure. I'm staffer. There are other staffers.
Send a random guy on the street.
I'm less than staffer. Like,
yeah.
I don't get paid for this.
Get $10. Tell someone else to do it. Be like, hey, you want money?
Wear this white coat. Jump in.
Yeah, exactly.
I do have to wear my white coat for this tomorrow, so pretty official.
Okay. That's kind of cool. Is that your new formal attire?
Yes, I pulled out a suit jacket and then got the reminder, like, wear your white coats. And I'm like, oh, sweet. That's way easier.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm wearing a polo shirt and a white coat. I don't have to do a button down. No tie here.
Oh, dude, you got to watch the anime Steins Gate. The main character in that, he has a white coat, and
I know.
boy, does
I
he
watched
love
2
it.
episodes.
Oh, okay.
Do you see what I just looked up? Do you see what I was just looking up right now?
Hoey and Kyoma? Oh, yeah.
I literally, I was just about to bring up the white coat obsession. I was like, oh, I like forget what I know Okabe, but I forgot what his family name was.
Yeah,
so I had to look it up.
It's easy because his nickname is Ocarine.
Yeah.
I really like how they say Huyin.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like there's an extra syllable in there. They like really.
Kyoma.
There probably is like
Hoyin.
a lot of Japanese words.
It's like 6
are
vowels
that
in a
with,
row. Yeah.
Yeah, it's OU.
Yeah, exactly.
OUI, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I watched 2 episodes of it, but
I'm
I'm pretty sure it dropped off Hulu. Although I was just given a
It's...
Funimation membership. Is it there?
Oh, but yeah, probably.
I'm a verver.
Yeah, I think it's a Funimation show.
Verver.
Double fuck yeah. And I'm pretty sure I got a Crunchyroll and it was all dub or sub, which doesn't really work for me for reasons we previously discussed. But Funimation has lots of dubs, right?
Hell yeah. Probably. I don't know. I've never had a Funimation account.
Well, be jealous.
Yeah, no. Look at you.
Peasant.
I thought Verve was supposed to be Crunchyroll and Funimation, but there's so many Funimation animes that are not on Verve, and it kind of broke my heart.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew.
Akudama Drive was a big one.
Never heard of it.
What?
I never heard of it.
You never heard of it.
Never heard of it. It's I watched it. It's about like some 6 criminals, and it's a kind of cool future dystopian world.
All right, if you guys are done droning on, you want to do this alignment chart or?
Droning on. We have been doing nothing but gold level content and some silver level dips for the past hour.
But the Patreon's platinum level for everyone not subscribed.
We just came in already on a roll.
All right, let me share this dang screen here.
Oh, also, when you're commenting your favorite cereal, dear listeners and audience engagers who are trying to get a sticker, please, if you've heard last week's episode, comment, do you think Jack, as a baby, can be not chaotically evil? Just if you agree with them or whatever, throw that in the comments, please.
You're so confident that many people disagree with you?
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and the people know and they don't get a sticker. If they want the sticker, they're going to say I'm right.
I love how confident you are. You're not saying, is he chaotic evil or chaotic neutral? You're saying, is he chaotic evil or literally anything else, and I'm willing to take those odds.
Yes.
All right, next up.
I hope it works out for you. Next up is
the meat suit mech from that Ratatouille.
Yeah, Alfredo Linguini, or Linguini Alfredo. I don't remember his name. There's a Linguini in there, though.
Isn't that just a straight-up dish also?
Yeah, almost definitely, just like Ratatouille.
But that's a whole forename and surname of a character that's supposedly human.
Yeah, well, you gotta have it.
That's the American version of naming someone like Cheeseburger. 2 words, first and last name.
In a Disney movie, it does make sense.
The Italian version of.
All right, I'm gonna come right out the bat here. This is a bad dude. He's letting a rat do all this work for him, and he's taking all the credit for it the whole time and not following hygienic guidelines. Again, has a rat in the kitchen and doesn't tell anybody about it.
Doesn't the rat wash his hands?
Oh, so you think that...
Doesn't the rat wash his hands?
I don't know. He's a rat.
Follow-up question, Steve.
I'm pretty sure Remy washes his hands.
For this guy not to be evil, then, according to you, he would have had to sell out the rat. Isn't the rat a good guy? What do you think happens to the rat in that situation? Is the only way to be good to do evil? I need to know.
The rat had a family and friends. He's like, or he could just be like, hey, rat, you can go cook wherever you want. I'm not going to hurt you, but sorry, rules is rules.
Does the rat understand English?
His motivation is his own success, though. I'll give him that. Definitely, Steve's right with that. The only reason he even entertains the whole situation they have set up is because it makes him look like he's good at cooking, which woos the pretty girl and gets him a better job. It is
over other
I don't know,
people
does
who
he ever
probably
really
deserved
look
it
out?
more than him.
I mean,
Yeah.
the rat doesn't need the paycheck. And if everyone is happier for these incredible dishes having graced their palate, isn't more good being done by the rat being in that position than any of those other candidates for the job?
But
I'll
is that why
I'll
he
say
does
rat
it?
in the kitchen, rat piloting you. That might put it into chaotic for me. But the rat is
I'll do
taking
chaos with
hygiene.
100% chaos.
The rat's taking hygiene precautions.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that Linguini Alfredo does anything intentionally bad in the film. Even that, it like happens to him. It is an accidental discovery. He didn't go Pavlov training a horde of rats and killing everyone that wasn't able to pilot him via his hair to cook successfully. I don't know that I don't think that he's done anything good, but I might lean neutral on this passive. He got piloted by a rat. That's about as limp dick as you can be in terms of steering your own body, like piloting your own
chaotic
fate.
neutral.
That may be the maximum neutral thing you could do. I like chaotic neutral.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree. I'll
allow
acquiesce
it.
on this
I'll
one.
allow
Yeah,
it.
I'll allow it.
Only if you guys appease me on the next one, though.
Exactly.
No, if Steve's wrong,
Always
he's wrong,
strings
Jake.
attached,
Stay
Steve.
strong.
I'm gonna swoop down so we stay in the same movie series, or just same movie. Next we got Remy, absolute gem of a character. Gotta love this guy. He gives someone else all the credit. He washes his hands even though he's a rat.
Wash his hands is a point for lawful, but otherwise, I feel like everything about him also points chaotic. This man is a rat entering a human world. He goes against all of his rat brethren and everything they know and stand for. He's a counterculture icon in the rat world.
Yes. He literally breaks every rat rule there is. He lets one of his buddies get struck by lightning solely for the delicious flavor of lightning struck cheese. Or whatever it was they were eating.
I'd have to say
definitely.
Chaotic good for this guy.
I'm so down with that.
But what's he doing that's really good? Like, what is he really doing for other people?
He's advancing Alfredo Linguini's career.
He's also unlocking core
Alfredo
memories.
Linguini. He's using Alfredo Linguini as a literal vehicle for him to do what he loves. Knowing that if Alfredo Linguini gets caught, he'll be jobless, could lose his rent and be apartmentless. It's just, I think
that dude was
really
losing his job anyway. He was doing him a favor.
I also think like he turned that hard-souled, cold Michelin star reviewer knockoff. He changed that person. Like he's knocking out DMT grade core memories with the food that he provides humans. I think that's worth a lot, honestly. Like he literally changed that man's life and perspective on it. And how many other people has he done that for along the way?
But did he do it because he wanted to change their lives, or did he do it because he wanted his restaurant that he had a whole setup where he could cook at to stay open?
I think he got joy out of making food that other people loved.
He definitely got joy out of making food. Do we think it added that other people enjoyed it? I can't say I remembered it explicitly enough from the movie, but I want to say yeah.
I think, people have to, like, everyone... If I'm an artist and I paint something and someone says, yo, that's the most amazing painting I've ever seen, what am I going to be like, oh, screw you, that doesn't bring me joy? Of course it brings you joy when people praise your creations. That's just, like, that's not a selfless thing. People telling me I'm good.
You're saying other people enjoying the food is a selfish thing.
Jake, I think you can explain anything as selfish.
Yeah, that's a chicken egg situation.
Like, I only donate to charity because it makes me feel good. If it didn't make me feel good, I wouldn't do it.
I don't donate to charity because I don't want to be self-indulgent.
See, that's being a hero right there. That's a truly lawful good thing from Zane.
That I am chaotic evil because I donated $40 today. I got to go make a plasma donation appointment.
Out.
Yeah, the only unselfish thing you can do is, or the most unselfish thing you can do is kill yourself when you want to live. That is the least selfish thing possible.
Right, Jake? Right?
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that one.
All
Because,
right.
like, what if your life would have... Okay, yeah, you know what? We're good. I guess anything can be selfish. We'll give him chaotic good.
We're thinking chaotic good for Remy. I could stand by
Yeah, all
chaotic
three of
good.
us are equally thinking that, yes.
Yes.
It's not as contentious as Jack, so we'll take it.
All right.
Jack's position.
Next one, the food critic from Ratatouille.
Oh, remember, we're going by net, like, for the majority of the movie time that we see him.
I'm sticking lawful.
Yeah.
Lawful evil. He enjoyed raining on other people's parade. He destroyed their reputation, and it made him feel powerful and special.
Yeah.
Selfish, aka evil.
Yeah. Absolute disregard for other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lawful evil. I'm
also,
with you, Jake.
it just makes me feel good that we're kind of evening out the alignment. But I'll take it.
Right? OCD feeling a little bit better, but...
Yeah.
Oh, this
right.
one should be easy.
Next, we got Mater.
Like Tomater.
Awful
Like
good.
Tomater.
Chaotic good? Or neutral good?
He's
just
good. He's good.
Definitely
For sure.
good, but I feel like he's like blowing oil clouds and like running through. I feel like he is the Jar Jar Binks of that series and has to be chaotic.
Did they go
Chaotic
tractor
good.
tipping at one point in that movie?
That'd be chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they went tractor tipping, they gotta be chaotic.
That would also could be kind of evil, you know?
They are
He was
instant
tipping over
animals.
tractors for his own enjoyment, and they were just scared and then got stuck on their backs
Mm-hmm.
or whatever tractors have, their roofs.
Yeah.
Roofs.
Okay.
Chaotic good.
I think he does a lot. Yeah, I think he's definitely good.
I don't even think it's a personality chaotic. I think he just is chaotic. Like chaos happens around him. He brings that. It doesn't mean it's deliberate, but it doesn't mean he isn't chaotic.
I'll give him chaotic good.
Chaotic good. I can go with chaotic good. I was just looking over, doing a quick once over of the whole list. I still love that Dash is chaotic evil.
How did we get there again?
I don't know, dude. We reasoned it out though.
We'll find out next week when our other podcast comes out.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly.
a week ago.
Till then, it's anyone's
last
guess.
episode. Yeah.
Okay, next
All
up,
right, next
we have
Lightning
Car
McQueen.
from the movie Cars.
Yes,
Chaotic
Mr.
evil.
Car. Chaotic,
Literally
evil.
chaotic evil.
Whoa,
He's
sell it
so
up.
selfish, dude. He is so selfish. The entire... Well, okay, I've never seen Cars 2 and 3, so I could be incredibly wrong with this. But if we base it off Cars, he does have a little bit of a turnaround at the end, but for like 80% of the movie, the only thing he cares about is himself.
Yeah.
And all he wants is, like, he hates the town because he's like, I'm a superstar. Why am I stuck in this town? And just... Until, Mater's really good influence. Shines a
Question,
little light into his heart.
and I think this is important. At any point in the movie, does he cheat to win?
He sticks his tongue out across the finish line, which in
Seems
is
like
not
it was
cheating,
within their
because he
rules, right? Okay. I
Yeah.
it
propose
seems underhanded.
one left shift because I think his personality, at least for the majority of the film, overlaps very well with Randall's.
Okay, so neutral
Like-
evil.
Randall even did a
What is
little
that
bit of
guy?
cheat, like the after hours stuff, which is a little more blatant than the tongue, and we gave him that benefit. But if we're doing evil as selfish, I think that like neutral probably. I don't know that he's chaotic. He's not like sabotaging other cars, but he's not quite lawful.
Okay.
Maybe like
Yeah.
he doesn't really behave as he's supposed to necessarily as like a decorated champion. I would say
Yeah.
neutral evil.
I would say also
You have
he's
persuaded me.
generally at the top of his hierarchy, and he stays very well within those hierarchical lines as much as he can.
How do you mean?
Like
Only because he's at the top.
yeah, exactly. But like because he's at the top, he has a respect for this thing that has been built around him and wants to maintain that.
There's
I'm-
not
I
Joker
think-
burn it all down
I'm-
energy.
Yeah,
I'm cool
exactly.
with chaotic evil.
Or
I mean,
neutral
no, not
evil?
chaotic, neutral evil.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay.
I like how I guess they are all Pixar, so it's a good thing that you suggested we use selfishness as a metric for evil because otherwise there's really only like
I mean,
Sid and Darla.
Well, wait until you
the
see
alignment.
Wait until you see the next 6 characters we have up.
Holy Jesus, you're right.
Okay. So we got the creepy pedophile-ish toy collector from Toy Story 2, or should I say Doi Doi 2?
Doi Doi 2. Nice callback.
Thank you.
Very good.
I would definitely say lawful.
I would agree. Wait, did he steal Woody?
No, he got left in luggage claim shit. Like, he found him, right?
No, luggage claim was at the end.
Toy collector's the guy who covered the name on his boot, right? Like the one.
Yes.
Yeah, but didn't he find Woody? Because if
he was at a yard sale.
You mean the bald guy? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if he acquired him legally,
guy who stitched him up.
Mm.
He stole Woody because Woody was not for sale. He stole Woody and Buzz.
Because he knew what it was.
Buzz. He stole Woody, and Buzz went to go rescue him. Yeah.
Because
like he goes to buy it, and the mom goes, "Oh, this isn't for sale." And then he knocks something over or makes the dog mad, so the mom turns around and he shoves him in his bag and gets his car.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely.
I thought we were talking about the guy. I thought we were talking about the old guy who did like the maintenance on Woody and like stitched him up and
like cleaned his eyeballs off.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, very very small pictures here. So, but
I'm
given
sorry.
that it's the cheat guy with the Cheetos.
Yes,
he is chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's just like a horrible person.
Yeah.
Character.
Yeah.
Why would you steal a child's toy?
Pixar.
Yeah, fuck you.
I really want to see Toy Story 2 again. I always say it's my favorite
You're an
one,
adult.
but I haven't seen it in so long. And like just looking at this like creepy ass dude, I feel like you don't see guys like this in Pixar movies anymore.
Let's hang out and watch it together, Steve.
I'm down.
We'll have a nice little Toy Story 2 night. I'll make some popcorn. I do some homemade popcorn, and like the pot on top of the stove,
best kind
a little
of popcorn.
grapeseed oil.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Jeez,
don't worry. I'll hook it up.
Okay.
My bees. Dr. Bees.
Okay, next we got Lotso Hugs from Toy Story 3.
I haven't seen it.
Chaotic evil.
I was going to say lawful evil. He kind of runs the joint. Like he's the enforcer of the law.
But okay, for the most part, yeah. Because at the end, he's like willing to kill other toys, and like, I guess.
How do you weigh it? Is this motherfucker Negan? I feel like I remember there being memes and comparisons between him and Negan from The Walking Dead.
Don't even know watched The Walking Dead. Yeah.
I mean, I stopped what is now halfway through the show or whatever, but that's still like 6 seasons. They went way too long.
We're cool anime bros. We're not Walking Dead dorkwads, dude.
Yeah, bro. Zombies are my deepest shameful desire.
Did you guys see my hair on those dabs?
That was wild, amazing.
I literally couldn't see it. The blur was too glorious. It blinded me.
Too epic.
Again, we need to get the world record Guinness guy over here with our higher than 60 FPS camera.
Yeah, we just got to get him like on every episode because I feel like we're breaking a world record literally every episode. It's getting ridiculous.
It's our own, and it's the world record for the number of hours logged on a podcast that new people don't watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Drake had it right. No new friends.
None of them.
You got your core audience.
Oh, except for the Guinness guy. The Guinness guy can be a new friend.
Yeah.
The 25 of you, minus my own YouTube account, who is following a couple of fellas, wouldn't trade the 24 of you for all of Rogan's fans.
Wow,
that's true. True.
I really might.
Think who you're selling out with that, Steve. Think good and close.
Fake friend.
Yeah, but think about all the money I get. This is the calculation that you always forget to do, Zane. People don't make you money, usually. Unless you have a lot of them.
Or if you're a pimp.
Wait, what?
Lotso's lawful evil, is that what we're saying?
Did you get sold on that? Or did you sell Jake on that?
I have been sold.
A little bit of selling.
Who does that face remind me of? And who voices him? Because it might be that person.
Lotso? I'll do a quick Google this.
Lotso, the bear voice actor. I spelled voice terribly wrong.
There's an X on there. No, there's a whole new
Ned Beatty.
Oh.
Ned Beatty, and he's also in He's in Toy Story. Oh, Toy Story 3. Yeah, he's in Deliverance. He's in Shooter, apparently. He's in Rudy.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's in the 1978 Superman.
He's
in
Robert
Rango.
De Niro. That's who the face reminds me of.
Oh, yeah, I could see it. He's got the De Niro smirk.
Yeah. Yeah. That's surprising. If y'all don't know Lotso Hugs from the Toy Story 3 epic saga, it looks a lot like Robert De Niro. Go Google a picture. Do a
Is there a Toy Story 4?
Yes.
Yes. Haven't seen that either. I wouldn't want to watch them out of order.
When did that come? Oh, it came out 2019.
Yeah, fairly recent.
Steve, when you're here before the ranch trip, want to go catch another movie at Alamo Drafthouse?
Yeah, of course, dude. That place fucking ruled. Except for the fact that they didn't give me a receipt and I was supposed to get that meal comped. And then I asked for it afterwards and they couldn't find it in the system. So he's like, oh, yeah, dude, don't worry. I'll just refund it. And then he never did.
Guess we got to go back.
I know.
Pick that bone.
Cause a scene.
If you brought it up again and we're like, yo, I'm in town for work every other month and now I'm back. What's up with this? I bet you get it comped or a free ticket or something.
If it's still in the system that long. I don't know how that works. If they have
maybe.
no record of the purchase, like I don't think they're just gonna take my word for it. But maybe
It depends how aggressive you want to be, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. And
What's your persuasion roll?
The thing is, like, I went to a movie and had dinner, and like, you know, now I have to pay for it. Oh well, that's fine. It's
That's
not
the most unfair thing I've ever heard.
Exactly. It's not like I'm getting stolen.
Injustice.
From.
What is this? Communist Russia?
Communist stupid.
No, because then he wouldn't have had to pay for it.
True.
Because the state would have paid for it.
Yep.
I don't know that you have a grasp of communism like Steve does.
There's no money in communism. Well, actually, there's also not supposed to be a state in communism, but clearly Russia was the state. So I don't know the specifics of how the Russians did it.
USSR collectively was the state.
Sure. Why not?
I think.
Still a state. Sounds about right.
We're about to lose a U over on that side of the world.
Just an SSR.
Communism is supposed to be more extreme socialism, right? Not socialism, more extreme communism.
Correct. Yeah, generally that's the way.
Okay, cool.
It's not exactly like a sliding scale from one to the other, but yeah, generally speaking, if we're moving away from the system we have now, socialism's a lot less different than communism, I would say.
Think like commune, if you were living in a commune or a cult where it's all of you working together and like sharing all of your resources, but now spread it out across millions and watch how many die.
Yeah.
Well, it's if you have someone controlling the resources that keeps more for themselves.
Just need better
communism is the perfect form. Communism is the perfect form of government in theory. But we are humans.
That's because
are incapable of implementing it.
Communism, the doctrine, includes an oligarchy that controls a majority. I don't know that that is characteristic of communism. I think that's where communism experiments have gone wrong.
That's because it's the exact opposite of communism. That's not supposed to happen.
They broke it, but they came out on top. Anyway, who's this next bony boy?
Oh, I forget his name. He was from Coco. He's the singer. He's like the most famous singer in the whole wide world.
Fake uncle,
best ever. And he sang "Remember Me." Ernesto de la Cruz. Have you guys seen Coco?
Yeah, that was one of the two movies you've cried at in recent years, right?
That was the movie I cried at in recent years.
What was the other one?
Definitely cried.
Human Centipede.
I cried at Toy Story 3.
Oh, that's right. No, Human Centipede. I mean, I did. Okay, I did.
That
cry
was at the
artistic
years, quality of it.
But I just cry every time I watch Human Centipede, so I don't I only really consider the first time. But yeah, because it's like cheating to like turn that on. Of course, I'm gonna cry.
It's crazy how inconsistent a trend you have with movies that make you cry, because it's Coco.
Mm-hmm.
It's, oh my God, did I just blank on the movie we were just talking about? Oh
Memento.
boy.
Human Centipede.
I've been shoving Ted Cruz in there too much. Memento. I heard you say Memento, which isn't it, but anyway.
Human Centipede.
Yeah, Human Centipede. That sounds similar to Memento. They've got syllables in common. Relax.
Never mind, I'm not going to do that. Human Cemento.
Yeah, and then Terminator 2, I know also you cried. But the weird part was like, it was when the skin melted off the Terminator that made you cry.
Yeah.
Do you know every time Steve has cried in his life? Is that like something you have memorized?
Just at movies, because it really stands out how irregular and not pattern he's building.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
Paw Patrol released a feature-length film, and he was welling with tears but didn't cry, so he didn't count it.
Well, yeah, exactly. I got choked up and vomited, but I did not cry. Technically.
It's power of friendship that gets him that way.
My eyes got watery from the vomit. It wasn't an emotional thing.
It wasn't from the emotions.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Hachi? That's one to cry at.
No.
Dude, sad dogs where the owner... It's just like that classic trope of like, oh, the owner and the dog are super close and the owner dies and the dog spends the rest of his life waiting for the owner to come back and never does. It's like just...
Get the anti-Marley and me out of here. Fuck no.
Guaranteed tearjerker.
Marley and me, I cried
every
at.
single time.
I'm not sure what movies I've cried at, like on the whole. I haven't tallied them specifically, but Marley and me, I do remember. I cried at that.
I feel like everyone
Fucking dogs, man. That was the point of that movie. That was their whole
Yeah.
goal, was to work towards the wettest theater they could have outside 50 Shades of Grey.
And it's everything I've heard
come
about
on.
that movie. It happened.
That was solid. Thank you.
Ernesto de la Cruz. What are we thinking about this guy?
That's 4 names, and I don't trust anyone with more than 3, so...
Yeah. I don't think any of the... All right, we're going to say spoilers for Coco. He's a bad dude. He's not good.
I have never seen...
That feels like you're telling us what to think, Steve. We haven't finished having this debate. He's innocent until proven guilty.
This is my opinion that I'm presenting. He's a bad dude.
How about you opine somewhere else, motherfucker? Where do you think your podcast is where you're supposed to share your own beliefs and views? Like,
what was I thinking?
You dumb
You fool!
You dumb slut. The dumb part is the insult. The slut is a compliment to temper the weight of it.
It's like a little compliment sandwich, but it's open faced.
Yeah. An open face compliment sandwich slap to the face.
There you go, Steve. If you edit this one, and either way, now that we have bi-weekly, it's almost too much time. I could do it. That's one of the clips going at the beginning of the episode.
That's a decent title, open face compliment sandwich.
If we don't want it, should there be a subtitle or like part 2 or something?
Maybe.
Alignment chart part 2, open face compliment sandwich.
Yeah. There you go.
There's no rules on character count.
Exactly.
Like it's kind of like Chardy McDennis 2, Electric Boogaloo. Or Boogaloo.
Okay, perfect. Now that we're calling out those comedic gods, we can't go wrong.
Yeah.
They have a podcast. Do you guys know that?
Everyone has a podcast.
Oh, yeah, I've listened to it a couple times.
Listen, buddy, me and Steve have a podcast. If you'd asked me whether those people did, if you'd asked me, assuming I knew and I didn't know, I would have told you yes.
Yeah, exactly. We had a podcast after it was cool, but before it was cool enough for them to do it.
You guys were like the first podcast, right? Like you guys are. That's why you're so famous right now.
Yeah.
Well, our episode count relative to time progression is going to get a little weaker now that we're going bi-weekly, which is why, following up on your idea from the textual conversation we were having earlier, doing those like, I don't know, video game ride-alongs or something would be great. If we want to not stream, but record you playing and me and Steve doing commentary over it, like that sounds fun as shit.
Sure, I'm not for that.
That gives us something to post in off weeks. I don't know. I want to keep something going up, Steve, even if it's lower effort.
In the comment section, when you're commenting your favorite cereal and if Jack Jack is chaotic evil or not, you can also comment if you would like to have a off-week, off-topic segment.
Okay.
That's the title you want for your video game thing.
Yeah, off-week, off-topic.
I do like the off-week, off-topic as a title.
It's great for a lot of reasons.
Really good on my third cup of coffee today. I was just like, boom,
yeah.
You guys were talking about it, and it just came to me.
I'd like to line out some of the reasons that I've identified why that's brilliant, so we're going to start the complimenting of you early. First, it's general. So even if we aren't recording bi-weekly with you to fill the gaps, we can do anything that is not the main podcast, and it fits under that, and it can be a continuous series. Some of them the video game thing, some of them... Maybe if we start getting audience feedback and Steve and I are better about checking the responses, we can start doing like reactions and follow up on fan interaction and release that as a however long clip it is every other week if we don't have something with you. It's good because it's general. Also,
I think
off week, off topic, like clearly there's some A-B patterning going on. Beautiful work. We love good wordsmithing. And the third and final reason I've identified off the bat why that's brilliant is because never in our fucking podcast career have we been on topic in any sense of the word. The closest we've come is having an idea going into a podcast and it making up more than half of the podcast.
Yeah.
But by no means are any of those episodes on topic either.
Right.
We're always
There you
off
go.
topic, so it's beautiful in that ironic twist.
also, I think off week, off topic, you could have some segments of it where it's just like a skit show style, but all commercials. And
Oh,
that's just
did
what,
you like the
fake
commercials we
commercials.
did?
And eventually, honestly, dude, I was listening to one at work and like someone was talking to me, but that's why I texted you guys about the fiber optics commercial. I didn't hear the really beginning of it much other than you were talking about like fiber optics, and it seemed legit like while I was talking to someone over it. And I actually thought you guys might have got paid for a commercial. I was like, wow, what company is dumb enough to pay?
Hope they aren't based in Texas when all the listeners are in Connecticut.
Immediately uninvesting in whatever company that was.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're just the ones who are dumb enough to let these advertisements on our podcast and not get paid for them.
Eventually, well, once you see, is it like a loyalty code or something, where people put in your codes, you guys get a percentage of the sales or something. So if you say a couple of fellas fiber optics on the fiber optic website, you guys get 5 cents.
Well,
Yeah, we're
that
gonna
does
have to
actually
start
bring up-
monetizing this thing soon.
On the bright side, we do have one sponsor today.
Mhm.
Is it in you?
Is
Oh,
it?
wait. Right. I'm recording the video and I'm primarily looking at the stream of yours. So I'm holding up my Gatorade bottle to the camera. A Gatorade bottle that was sent to me comped as a representative minus the cost of purchase and state sales tax. And I want you to know that Gatorade fuels everything we do here at the Fellas. From being a background prop that you can't see in my screen to being the bottle that I drink water out of at night when I'm thirsty. Gatorade fuels us every step of the way in bringing this incredible A-tier content to you. So
All right.
Some might even say that Gatorade is the real G fuel.
Wow.
they might. Pour it in your G-Wagon. It works like that. It's Gatorade. Just do it.
And-
Is it in you?
Honestly, Zane, you're being humble and you don't need to be. It's S tier content. S tier.
Oh.
S plus plus.
Did I say
Triple S
A or
plus.
did I say gold?
You said A.
Okay.
Rapid fire out of the original red, orange, yellow. We'll go Zane, Jake, me. Rapid fire, quick. What's the best flavor of the three?
Red.
Probably red.
You guys are both stupid. It's orange followed by yellow, followed
Orange.
by red in a distant third.
Is red too sweet for you?
Red
Red's
is
definitely too sweet
red's
for
just
you.
too shitty for me. I think it's too vomit.
Oh,
I think it reminds me
Oh.
of throw up and poop, dude.
Orange,
Can we
you're
talk about the
sacrificing.
worst
There's no
flavor?
good reason. The fruit is the best. There's already creamsicles, soda, and also juice. Like, no, that's better.
Dude,
The
fruit
fruit
punch
juice
anything
you bought-
tastes bad.
Fruit, at least make it your
you
electrolyte
did like
solution.
Hawaiian Punch as a kid.
Not
You
as
get your Lunchables with your piece of little pita bread, your fake tomato sauce, some sprinkled cheese, and those sour candies, and a nice little thing of Hawaiian Punch juice boxed. And you said no, I don't like this.
okay. When I was a
Isn't-
kid,
yo,
I liked it. But when
guys.
I was a kid, I also liked stacking 5 Airheads on top of each other and shoving them all in my mouth at the same time. I don't know if I would like that as
I
much
get
now.
it. Steve is the one that's wrong here.
Yes.
I don't think you helped your case with that
Oh,
one,
I
buddy.
get it.
Yeah, but I don't like
Yeah,
that
Steve,
anymore.
go get 5 Airheads.
No, it doesn't sound like
Go
you
get
have the
6
taste
Airheads.
to judge.
Did you guys ever do that thing with Airheads where you kind of like whip them back and forth for a while until they turn into a tiny, like round
Yes.
ball of Airhead at the bottom of the wrapper? It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
What?
You've never done this
No,
before?
I never like.
Centrifugal
guys
force,
pack them
baby.
down like a bag of dip.
Yup,
like, you're
exactly.
like,
Yeah, and
Like
you
a
don't even have to
longitudinal
open
sack
it.
of molasses dip, yeah.
Yeah, it's malleable enough that just like using that centrifugal force, it all collects into a clump at the bottom of the wrapper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
it
not
crazy that
as
Gatorade
The thing
Guys,
is,
isn't it crazy that Gatorade wrote all of this out just for this ad read?
They
scripted it so well. It's like the
They
real
have
fake
some
Doors
seriously
ad.
good writers. I'm pretty sure Seth Rogen was in on this, like some A-level comedians.
That's a pretty crazy
a
little
lot.
meta joke he threw in when he was writing your dialogue. Gatorade, drink it. Use code FELLAS at checkout on any Gatorade product
Seth
that is
Rogen.
not red flavored. I don't know why they put that in, but Steve, I guess, really spoke to that.
Gatorade,
They're trying to distance
a
themselves.
better liquid than water to shower in.
It's what the plants crave. But
Yo, I got so many plants recently. I was gifted. Let's see. No, I didn't start with the gift. I went to the
If
farmer's
someone
market
gives
with
you
my
plants-
roommate Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jake. Well, we can get to the gift, or if you want to share.
If someone gives you plants, they're telling you need more feng shui in your place.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I gotta
Or
say,
unless you're already an avid plant haver and they know you're a fan of plants, then they're just saying, here's something to spice up your dull living space.
dude, I hate to tell you that you're a fucking moron, but there's a third category you missed.
Potentially.
People who don't
Yeah,
have
gifts.
plants do have apartment feng shui, not necessarily thanks to themselves. It could be their roommate, thanks Vince, but want to get into plants. And the gift giver knows that they want to be an avid plant haver.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not a valid category.
Well,
Sorry,
that is
there's only
exactly
two
what
options.
happened.
I think for Jake, I think the argument here is that if you don't have plants, you automatically don't have feng shui.
Ha ha. It's a 2-person apartment and there are a lot of plants. They're just not mine.
Okay, but you guys have plants in your apartment and
Yeah.
they're donating plants.
But
to
it
your
wasn't
apartment.
plants
That falls
to
into
the owner
category
of the
one.
plants.
It's selfish, evil, market, neutrally
Chaotic
evil.
evil.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went to the farmer's market with Vince and we picked out air plants, which are fucking weird. You submerge them in water once a week for like 15 minutes and then you just leave them like in whatever vase or holding thing and they don't have any dirt or soil or nutrient stuff. Like you just do that and they're fucking air plants. So I got one of those and then immediately picked up 6 trimmings from a friend because plants are weird and you can just clone them off like that. And
What kind of plants were you trimming?
Monastera, and I forgot the names of all the other kinds.
Okay.
Oh, 6 different ones? Oh, that's cool.
As long as you name them yourself,
it's 4
that's
different. It's 4 different ones, 6 total trimmings. So I grouped them, and they're now 4 different planters. And then on the way home from picking up those plants, I passed by a place called East Austin Succulents, which I've had recommended several times, and I stopped and bought 3 more plants. So now I have not just 1 aloe, but depending on how you count it, between 9 and 11 plants.
Damn.
Oh my God. Illuminati got me.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Illuminati.
dude. That's how they sneak up on you.
I've been compromised.
Yeah. I think we might have to...
Zane's a lizard person.
Yeah, confirmed.
It's all the plants I've been buying. I've been infected with lizard. Oh no.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Or
Anyway.
plants.
Ernesto de la Cruz.
Yeah. Zane, you've seen this guy in action. How are you leaning on Ernesto?
He's selfish, as I
Yeah.
recall. I'm pretty sure it's the usual reveal where he is portrayed by the optimistic and pure of heart antagonist to be a great hero, and then when meeting the hero in person, he sucks.
Yes.
Do I remember that correctly from anyone else?
That's pretty correct, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it's the optimistic and upbeat protagonist, not the optimistic and upbeat antagonist. That's all I'm saying.
No, he isn't. That's how he's seen
No,
by the... Oh, okay. But yeah, he's selfish. So like, I would put him in the evil category because he also, in a way, is kind of the antagonist ultimately of the movie.
Right.
Is he chaotic, lawful?
I got to go with lawful. Like, he played the game and he played it well. His talent is legitimate. He built a monumental career in following. Like, he didn't go outside the lines to win his success. He's just a selfish D-bag. So lawful evil for me.
He killed a guy who wrote all the songs.
Right. Oh, right. I forgot that key
He killed
piece
the
of
guy
the
who
plot.
wrote his
Pixar
most
movie?
famous song. He poisoned him.
There's
Right, I forgot that.
a murderer in a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Neutral. It
That's
was
crazy.
It was pure selfishism. There's no proof of any other murders because that was like a key point in his career. It wasn't like a thing he
everyone
did.
gets one murder.
And well, everything
Wait,
else he
whoa,
did
we
was
do?
within the lines. And also, I think the rest of it like weighs against enough where you might have to go with neutral evil on it. He did a murder, yeah, and it was driven by pure selfishness, not any necessarily chaotic impulse. I don't remember if he like paid any royalties on after the dude died to the family or anything that would like directly offset it, but I would put it in like Randall tried to do a murder, didn't he?
Almost definitely. And I can see Lightning McQueen doing the same kind of thing to keep his crown when push came to shove.
I think neutral evil for me.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I haven't seen it, so we can throw him wherever. But I do have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have just found out that everyone gets one free murder in their life, and I was wondering if you guys have used yours yet.
No, I'm waiting for marriage.
Like, am I behind?
Yeah, no, I'm waiting until I have a career to save with it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do that until you're at a very stable point in your life.
Woo!
Yeah.
I was super nervous and insecure about that for a second.
Oh, don't worry, dude. We're all waiting with you, brother. Arm in arm, hand in hand.
No, I'm saving mine for if
Murder,
there's ever
abstinence, groove.
I'm saving mine for if there's ever a crime committed against a child of mine, because that would probably be the time I want to most use it.
That's a free second murder, actually, just so you know.
Oh, I hadn't read the rule book.
Murder.
Well, I'm going to save it for
more
that.
Than 3.
I want double coverage because I'm going to do 2 murders on this one fellow.
That's why I'm going to have so many
kids. More than
kids.
3 murders total.
Fellow, not fella.
That's why I'm going to have a ton of kids and send them into dangerous areas.
No, but you only get 3. You get 3 murders total. Having just found out.
Wait, a maximum. So it's like it's like strikes. You can foul twice with like these freebies, and then what if it's continuous
like
freebies?
No, that's you get 1 guarantee and up to 2 bonuses for a max of 3.
Okay. So 3 of the crime against a child would still hit your threshold.
If you had 3 crimes against a child and you already committed your murder, your like de facto murder, then you would only get to avenge 2 of those crimes. But potentially, maybe they were committed by the same person, and you could get 2 birds with
2
one
for
murder.
1. That's true. I mean, fingers crossed that if that's how it happens, that's how it happens.
That's a bargain. Yeah.
Anyway, this fucker.
Who's next?
Oh my god, I can't remember any of these names because I made this list so long ago.
Cornelius Archibald Dickenwagon.
Yeah, the guy.
Explorer.
Oh, is it the chess guy?
It's no. It's the guy from Up who owns all the dogs.
Oh, the Up pilot guy.
Yeah,
I'm genuinely upset with you for not putting the Pixar lamp in this list.
Charles F. Muntz. The lamp should have been in this list.
Yeah, I would definitely say. I want to say evil. Right?
I mean, he's just trying to get away from everything. He just wants to do his own thing.
No,
he's down there. He's down there hunting the bird because he wants to be famous.
He's selfish.
People told him he was crazy for not getting it, so his whole life is spent trying to hunt down this one bird.
And also in the pursuit of making greatness for his name. He's selfish for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd say chaotic, though. I'd honestly almost put him in the same category as De La Cruz just because of the same reasoning. We know of this bad stuff that he's done with the bird and whatnot. Maybe he's had a whole career of that, but otherwise it seems in the lines.
I mean, he seems pretty chaotic. He's willing to give dogs voice collars and use them to go after little kids. He uses he goes after a little kid. That's if you're lawful, just straight man-to-man combat and combat, no civilians involved.
I didn't call him lawful.
Is where you get the civilians.
I called him neutral. Because he also built an esteemed career full of discoveries and incredible advances for mankind's exploration efforts.
Aren't explorers naturally chaotic?
That sounds more good.
Going out into the unknown, doing things.
Yeah, that sounds more good than lawful.
I mean,
he's evil.
I've been looking at lawful, at least this session, as the path that they followed to pursue their goals. And maybe the fact that he the Ratatouille dude. I call him lawful because while he was happy to ruin other people's fucking day, he did it all within the confines of his job, on his blog post, whatever the hell it was. It's within the I don't know, the boundaries of sensical order. More anti-chaos than lawful. I'm not saying laws necessarily so much as like the laws of man, because a lot of these things aren't people at all, and all of them are within their own world. We're judging them. So I've been taking lawful more as following any laws, like consistent codes of ethics, natural laws, or laws of man as applicable.
I feel like that's like a lot of like the idea of predictability. Like if someone has a set of guidelines and stuff that they just stick to, and they weigh every situation that comes up through these guidelines. But if they have an unpredictable response to things because they're not following any set guidelines, that's the chaos.
Yeah,
I would definitely agree with that.
Predictability is a good antonym for chaotic in my mind.
I still think he's pretty chaotic, dude. He's got a fucking hydrogen balloon. Like that's just chaotic in and of itself.
Could be helium.
Just floating up there in the sky, probably helium. He's got a bunch of dogs, and I guess dogs are actually pretty lawful. You know, you got to have an alpha dog, and everyone obeys them.
Yeah, they're very well organized. These dogs.
What's he got?
His whole operation is
rules?
he's got money, he's got R&D, he is pioneering some field if he's got dog speak collars. Like, he didn't do that literally on his own, you know, like he's paying people, he's developing things. There's lawful aspects. But weighing that with the terrible shit he did that is chaotic, that's why I say neutral.
Okay.
I don't know. I want the best case to win.
It's been so long since I've seen Up. I don't remember how.
All right, we're gonna take an hour and a half break or a 80-minute break
to watch the movie.
However long the movie is.
Just to watch his scenes.
Back.
We'll just have to watch his scenes.
No, you need the context.
Yeah, true. Actually, what am I saying?
I feel like just being an explorer in and of itself lends itself to having a chaotic personality. Going where no one's gone before, stepping outside of like regularities and norms.
Okay. No, that's solid. That's solid. It feels like the combination of chaotic and evil in their synergisticness of those terms don't fit him well.
I might give him lawful. I might give him neutral too, because I also think he has the lawful side of his dedication to pursuing Kevin, as we've come to know the bird, and just willing to. He's like, that's his goal. That's what he sticks through every day. He does that. You know, that's his routine. He sends out his dogs, and everything is put through that one kind of rule. Like whatever gets you closer to the bird is something you do. So maybe, I guess, but is that but can you be
He's
chaotic
meticulous.
and all that?
I don't know. Again, like looking at the other people we've put in chaotic, I don't feel like he fits with them quite right. I think he fits better with our neutral evil crew.
Or honestly, okay. Yeah, go neutral, because I keep going. Honestly, I'm not even thinking about neutral. I keep going back and forth between chaotic and lawful, and I think that's the sign of neutral.
I'm in the same boat.
That's how I've been judging that, yeah. Luckily, I think the next four are pretty easy, because we got about 6 minutes till end time.
All right. The head locust guy from Bugs Life.
Hopper!
What's his name?
He's big time evil,
Hopper.
lawful evil.
Hopper.
Yeah, I'd say lawful evil for this guy. He's like a mob boss, basically. He runs an organization, and he has his laws that he enforces.
Give us
but there's also...
you give us protection money or
that's
food,
true.
We don't come after you.
But, like, Mafia, almost by definition, isn't necessarily... Well, by our definition, is evil. Isn't necessarily evil in, like, the real-life definition, but definitely isn't lawful. Because he also uses, like, murder/threat of murder, intimidation tactics. That's he kills one of his own guys by drowning him in the nuts in that saloon thing. Like, the fact that he snapped and murdered someone for, like, saying it was a bad idea to squeeze more food out of the ants. I watched this surprisingly recently, like within the last year. Like,
let's just say it's a very sharp memory.
there's definitely like several incidents of like chaos, like not quite torture, but Pixar version of implied bug torture almost. Like,
right.
It's so weird because there's strong
evil.
lawful
That's evil.
Yes. But like I think the best one is
evil.
when he snapped on a dime and murdered his own guy in the saloon where they were all celebrating. Like,
but that's because
that was chaos.
You respect me and you follow my rule.
Yeah,
or you're out.
but that's a chaos. You got to
that.
weigh that as a point of chaos, whether or not it shifts our final categorization. Like, for sure, that's chaotic behavior.
Yeah.
Where did you want to put him? Lawful evil, all the way in lawful.
That's
Awfully
that's
evil.
what I was.
I
Thinking.
don't. I can't put him all the way in chaotic evil. I'll say that much for sure. It's
Mhm.
between lawful and neutral for me. Huh.
And I think Steve and I are between lawful and lawful.
Yeah,
I
I
think
know
he's-
that's true.
If we falafel
Could be a
that up
straight
and
out
make a
vote, but I'd
waffle
love
out
it
of
if I could be convinced, especially if I'm undecided.
I just think. I mean, look at some of these other guys. We got Lotso. He
True.
is the same kind of thing. Like when push came
Yeah.
to shove, he was like willing to murder people. But most of the
Yeah.
time, he's running an organization.
Do y'all?
And I think that I don't think you can say like willingness to murder is chaotic.
No, it's the like snap bit and it
Yeah,
being his own
right.
person.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Lotso was a lot more thoughtful when he tried to murder Woody and his friends.
I would definitely.
But I also-
because I think even if
You
the
know,
one thing sticks out to you and it's like, wow,
he's
this
really
one thing was
evil.
chaotic.
But he's consistent in his behavior, at least. He's always a shitty asshole to everyone, including his own guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do lawful with him.
Okay.
Lawful falafel of evil waffles.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That sounds right.
Okay. Next one. Zurg or Zord or whatever.
Zurg.
Zurg. Buzz Lightyear's nemesis.
Zerg. Buzz later.
Dinklezerg.
I would obviously. Okay, well, see, there's that like weird thing where he like kind of becomes cool at the end.
Yeah,
Bro,
true.
he ran
Not
a whole
to spoil it
galactic
for anyone.
empire as the dedicated, this dude is evil.
Yeah.
It's got, I'm leaning lawful evil off
I
the
don't-
bat strongly.
I don't really know. I'm trying to think. I was again big Doi 2 aficionado, and I'm trying to think of like specific instances with Zerg in him that lean either chaotic or lawful.
I just think of him as Darth Vader.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And I would call Darth Vader lawful evil. For the majority, again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anakin, I would
Lawful
call
evil.
chaotic neutral. Darth Vader, for the majority, is lawful evil. He's way more chilled out as Darth Vader.
All right. Last two
Yeah.
characters are two protagonists from Up.
Okay.
I have an opinion for both of them.
Okay.
Which one are we going with
We'll
first?
go with-
Russell or non?
We'll go with Carl Fredricksen first.
the non-Russell.
Right.
Y'all let me know when you want me
Okay.
to throw out what I think for each.
Sure.
We'll just okay. So if we never ask, then will you not throw it out, or
Oh, you'll hear.
is that okay?
I'm thinking that Carl here is going to be neutral in either the lawful spectrum or the morality spectrum, but I'm not sure which one.
There's some kind of Swiss neutrality about
There's
him
some
somewhere.
sort of neutrality about him.
a stench of Swiss cheese.
I might say neutral good.
It's hard because I feel like he's good throughout his entire life, and then we get introduced to him in the middle of his like potentially neutral or evil stage.
Judge it by the movie. The time we see him is what's important.
I mean,
not the
we
time
see him
of
from
his life that
childhood
expires.
till old age.
But more, we see more of
Screen time
him in old age.
Here's why I'm thinking neutral good. Before his wife dies, he's a happy, good dude. After his wife dies, he ain't bothering nobody. But what
That's
he does
not
do is
actively
strap
good.
1,000 balloons to his house and has it float away, clearly against the law.
But also
I
the
was
zoning
maybe give
shit
him
was going to
chaotic
push
good.
him out.
Maybe chaotic good.
A chaotic good.
I mean, chaotic neutral, maybe. I don't know. I feel like he's got a good underneath, but because of all the pain and the trauma he went through, as we see through like the however long that kind of intro clip is with no words that makes everyone still cry anyways. There's a lot of pain and anger, which I think kind of masks the goodness, and he has turned to be a little bit maybe more neutral.
Okay.
But I definitely think, like we said, his spirit of adventure. He was always a chaotic kid. He went on the little when he was a kid in the house, and they had to go across the abandoned house to that little beach.
He was
to
an
get the balloon,
adventurous
and he
little
fell and
boy.
broke his arm.
Yeah.
It was definitely not supposed to be in that house. Definitely was not supposed to be like whatever. Like that is not like a lawful thing by any means. That's going against any rules he's normally following.
True.
I would definitely say he's chaotic. I mean, he tied 1,000,000,005 balloons to his house.
Yeah.
My initial lean was lawful neutral. Ding, timer expired. I think lawful neutral for the majority of the time we see him, not the 3-minute intro and not the moment of balloonage, unless you're going to like tally every minute that we see balloons on his house as continuations of it. But because everything identifying about his character until he has his revelation later in the movie and changes who he is because of Russell is about rigidity.
Routine.
Yes.
Yep, routine.
The way he lives, that was
day.
even featured as like the first introduction to Carl now. Like him doing his same shit.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where they've built everything around him and he's like, no, this is my house. This is our old house. He's anchored in the past and everything that he does is to stay within the confines of that narrow stream of existence. The floating away,
So
I
what
would
if we
even argue, is him trying to get back to what was his normal, like trying to continue living the life that he knows. Like there's an interpretation of that where you could fit it into him just trying to not have new things. Like, yes, it's new, but it's to recapture what is old and what he once knew, if that makes sense. Definitely neutral because he has no, like, it's almost aggressive, the level of no concern he has for Russell on the good to evil scale for a lot of the movie. He nearly leaves him to fall off the house and plummet to his death. He is solely concerned with A, his routine, and A.2, retrieving these memories or experiences of his wife or whatever. Like, it's not about other people. Yeah, he's not bothering anyone, Steve, but that's not actively good. That is
okay, the end of the argument there started to sound a little bit evilish, just throwing that out there with his
I'd say it's dang
willingness to
neutral.
let Russell die. I would almost give him neutral, because I think while we do see a lawful side, we also see plenty of chaos as well.
You're right.
And he might just kind of balance out and be a true neutral.
I can see the true neutral because there's points pulling him in every direction of this.
And not a low variance true neutral where it's like a good clustering, but like a true neutral where the clustering is very scattered,
Yes.
but they still have the mean of the center point.
Same mean, crazy standard deviations.
Yes.
Perfect.
I could
True
get
An exponentially crazy variance. Get it? Because it's the square of standard deviation. So it's exponentially crazier.
Yeah, I get
Sorry.
it. Okay, so we'll give him a true nooch.
True nooch.
All right.
Guys, it's kind of funny that we only have two characters in neutral good and lawful good, and one of the lawful goods is Bruce the Shark with that picture.
Yep.
Like, he does try to eat our heroes.
True.
Fish are friends, not food.
And Russell.
And finally, we got Russell.
Lawful good.
He's a Boy Scout,
Lawful
ain't he?
good.
He's, in the same sense as Mater, I feel chaotic. Like, he's dangling
What
off
do you mean he
houses. He's got pots and pans banging around everywhere he goes. Like, everything he is a disruption to the order that Carl craves.
But he's by his own order. He's following his book, his little handbook of rules for like the Boy Scouts.
That's true.
He like quotes it so many times. Like,
he's
this is
lawful
my
by
Bible.
intent and chaotic by disposition.
So alignment would be lawful.
That's a fair point. It might make us have to reconsider some of our other chaotic choices, but that is a fair point.
We
for
do
this
not
guy.
have enough time.
We
for
don't
that.
have enough time,
You're right.
and also moving it would be bad because this is MS Paint. This is like, it's not like Photoshop where there are layers where I'm putting things on top of other things. It would look awful.
There would be a nice white square.
We made our decisions,
Gotcha.
and that is how they are staying.
Perfect.
I love how many evil Pixar characters there
I know.
Are we just jaded? Are we just like super jaded? Is that what
No,
this
they
is
got
about?
villains and complex heroes.
Are we putting Russell lawful good? Or lawful at least?
I might want to pull an argument of average it to the middle, although you're right, disposition isn't alignment, but we've used disposition a lot here, and in the sense of how we know them, like, chaos is an inherent part of the character Russell, and it's meant to be. He is what throws the best laid plans off. He's the reason that Carl's involved with the bird, which is the reason for there being an antagonist to Carl's journey at all. Like,
How do you get him involved with the bird?
he's like he found the bird followed him. He's like, we got to keep him or whatever. Like, and then they found out he was being chased and we got to help him.
It sounds like...
Boy, so the first is he's trying to help Carl, and then Carl, to get rid of him, goes, oh, there's a snipe, there's a weird bird, look around for it. So then when they, he puts the balloons in the air and goes,
yeah, but like
Russell is under the deck looking for the bird, happens to find
that's
the bird.
straw man. You know what I'm saying when I say Russell brings chaos. Like, they gave him a jangly fucking giant backpack with Pan's shit bouncing around. What is that supposed to do except add, like...
preparedness. Lawful preparedness. He's a Boy Scout.
Not the way they positioned it. You could just have it strapped to the side
The alignment
quietly.
is not...
I know,
If I try and do something super evil and, like, a worldly changing amounts of good come out of it, that doesn't make me good. My intent was evil, to screw other people over. So his intent is lawful. He's trying to follow the code of being a good Boy Scout. Just because it happens to be a little bit more chaotic and hyper than the world around him with this really old man, rigid old man, like the foil there doesn't make him non-lawful or chaotic.
Tell you what, drop the Jack thing. Let's put him in lawful.
We're dropping...
You know what? You can put him in lawful, and I will never drop the Jack till the day I die.
Then I stand by neutral.
I've already written in my will.
I stand by neutral.
Done right now.
Frozone and neutral good.
Frozone
and neutral good is a law-abiding citizen, except when it is to do good things. Like it feels like a mirror image. Like, if this, then that. Why not? If then this. I don't know. It feels like he fits in neutral. That's a fair point.
That wasn't to do good. That was to have fun.
Let's get away with it.
Russell ruined the world's greatest explorer's final chase.
That guy was bad.
Yeah.
To protect the bird, because his book said he should protect wildlife. His Boy Scout code. So he was following his Boy Scout code.
All right, listen, PETA. They're in a separate country. I don't know how much governance the laws of Boy Scouts has there.
None.
You're totally conflating the idea of lawful with actual laws.
No, I explained how I'm interpreting it as both and either.
It is.
But he immediately, when I think of him, like, crazy and chaos are the first adjectives that come to mind, and I think that's not negligible.
I think it's not his alignment, though.
Listen,
I think you have to look at someone's intent and
but not entirely,
largely
because
their tendencies.
He's a paladin.
Your action, it's in literally even the way that he does things. Like, he could do the same good things without causing crazy chaos. It's possible for that to have been done better. Like, he is a chaotic person.
But why does he do good things? Why does he do anything?
Let me give you a little thing, right? So would you maybe have said that Kaladin was lawful good, right?
I don't think so. I can go back to the character sheet, but I do not think he was. That he was an oath.
Never mind.
Oath
Yeah,
paladin,
and he's also not Russell. Checkmate, loser.
Got him!
But yeah.
But I do have one portion of my will done so far, and the only thing it says is that my tombstone will say Jack is chaotic.
Listen, Nemo touched one butt.
Jake Bontempo.
Nemo touched one butt, and we bumped him to neutral for that amount of chaos. And Carl, everything he does resulting in chaos doesn't bring him down.
Nemo is not, because Nemo does it to rebel against the rules intentionally. That is his purpose.
That's fair. That's fair. His purpose.
Nemo doesn't go touch the butt because he's like, oh, my book tells me I should go touch the butt. This is my Boy Scout code. He goes and touches the butt because he goes, you know what I'm not supposed to do right now?
Dad.
Touch the butt.
For the sake of the preparation I have to do, sure. Lawful good him.
I'm throwing this out there. Nemo should be in chaotic as well. Just throwing that out there. I don't know where he is on the map, but someone said he was neutral.
I think the reason why
it was because he assimilates and shit.
Yeah, he's not always chaotic. When he's in the fish tank, he's rank and file.
All right. Oh yeah.
There it is. There it is.
All right, fellas. There's our alignment chart of all these Disney Pixar characters. When I was making this list, I was worried that we wouldn't have enough people who weren't just mostly good. I didn't want it to be totally lopsided that way. So from the very beginning, I was like trying to take a very critical look at these characters, which I realized at the end where I put all the villains that this might not have been the best idea, because now relative to everyone else, even jokingly, it can be hard to like really put forward an argument as to why these people are not awful. When we put Lightning McQueen as neutral evil and Dash Par as chaotic evil, I was like, oh god, none of these other characters stand a chance.
Yeah, I think we took a pretty balanced approach, and we're dead right with everything we said.
I think so too. I don't think that this could be
Almost
any better. Right, almost.
Yeah, I guess Russell could bump one to the right, but I already took a screenshot, so we'll leave him there. All right, fellas. I love
have some
you.
closing statements I'd like to make.
Yeah, of course.
If it's about Jack, I'm editing it out in post.
It's not about Jack, and it's this. You shouldn't edit it out. There's two things that came through my mind I want to say today in the podcast. One, if you guys listen to the end of the podcast I was on about my star chart, you'll hear the fellas promising me a sweatshirt by the next time.
Oh my god, this guy!
Okay, that's it. That's the last.
Yeah, and Russia won't invade the Ukraine or
Again,
Ukraine. Sorry,
been on twice. Two, everyone who's a music fan should go listen to the album Nurture by Porter Robinson. It is genre transcending. He's a traditionally EDM artist, but there's a lot of just piano, violin, wind instruments. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is this beautiful narrative of this complex and dense emotional journey. It's both entirely depressing and full of despair, but it's also hopeful and happy and like just full of melancholy. It's just amazing. And everyone should go listen to it start to finish.
Jake's an
and
artiste.
That's all I have to say about
yeah,
that.
Dude, some solid
and
plugs.
maybe give me a sweatshirt.
Oh, it's coming.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't worry, it's coming. We're just
Shipping
making yours
delays,
extra
remember?
special.
It was on that shipping ship with all of the.
And drawn with crayon.
It's on that ship with all the Porsches that burned and then sunk.
Yeah.
Oh no!
We're gonna have to
you
order
guys got
another
me a
one.
We
Porsche.
got you a whole ship of them.
Oh, also, just so people understand what's going on in the world today while we're recording this, when they hear it, 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, a nuclear power plant just caught on fire.
Hey.
Pretty crazy,
Hell yeah,
right?
another good
Uh-oh,
plug.
spaghetti-o. Last time a nuclear plant caught on fire in Ukraine, it was a pretty big deal.
Yeah. They made a whole thing about it.
Isn't it just outside of Ukraine?
What?
No, it's in there.
I thought Chernobyl was just outside of Ukraine.
No,
Okay.
it's up in the Ukrainian guts. But yeah, well,
Up in the guts.
anyway, boys, thanks
friends,
so much for coming
fellas.
again. Thank you for indulging
Hey,
me in this.
Thanks for having me on.
Dude, absolutely.
And for doing that
We'd
off
love to
camera.
have you.
I love an excuse to come and hang out with you guys for an
Hell
hour.
yeah,
I'll never
buddy.
say no.
Going on to
I even stopped playing Elden Rings for 2 hours, so that's pretty crazy.
quite the sacrifice. We appreciate it, pal.
Yeah.
Well, friends, fellas, listeners, love you.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
And
Jack is
listen to me
chaotic.
say
evil.
goodbye.
Oh, wait. Say some nice things about me, quick.
Oh,
I'm pretending to sign off. Goodbye. Like 20 more minutes of content.
Yeah,
please.
bye.
Aside from his contemplation of infants, he has perfect judgment regarding cartoon characters.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, that's all we got.
All right.
All right.
No, he's handsome. His bucket hat sense is through the roof. His willingness to help with our pet project is to be admired, and his committedness to metagaming Dungeons and Dragons or video games alike is probably among the top 17 people in the world.
I'll take that. Also, I would like you to know that I had chaotic evil intentions and alignment for joining the podcast. I just like the praise I get from like 2 people, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, true.
It's not about helping you guys. It's definitely
It's
selfishly
selfish,
motivated.
for sure.
I like to feel like a star.
Not neat. Okay, we are 15 minutes past time, so love you guys. Gotta go. Recording.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like
Off.
you guys anymore.
Bye.
Bye.